Good morning, my fellow yoga travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. And don't forget from my Mexican friends to cleanse, hydrate, exfoliate, moisturize, tone, and use serum. That's how I got this glowing skin. Anyway, I'm wearing my shirt from Puerto Morelos, the wonderful place where I just came back from a yoga retreat. So thankful to be there. But now I'm back into the full swing of it, so let's go there. Monday, it's Poem Day. If You Don't Stop That by Hafiz. I used to live in a cramped house with confusion and pain, but then I met the friend, started to get drunk, stay up and singing all night. Confusion and pain started to act nasty, making threats with talk like this. If you don't stop that, all that fun, we're leaving. Yeah, hold confusion and pain hostage. Now, it's hard to be happy and joyful and appreciative all the time, no matter what. Certainly on vacation in Mexico, it's much easier. Doesn't mean that you're completely divorced from all the things that are happening in the world that are difficult to deal with. It's one of the crazy anomalies or juxtapositions. But I give myself a lot of time to reflect. In fact, the blue heron was the medicine animal that we honored, and it's all about self reflection. What I learned is that to transform my own suffering into compassion, I first of all have to acknowledge and accept the truth of all the hurtful actions I may have done in the past, and I don't want to do that anymore. So, a tender understanding about the softness of the heart begins to arise from my own ignorance. I thought of all the times I've betrayed people, deceived people, denied what was happening. That never brings happiness. So, something else has to take its place, like a non resistance to the truth, or as I say in the affirmations part, what are you allowing in? And then I organize my life by orienting myself towards the highest good I'm capable of imagining. Hopefully, that I'll get better and better, like a meta programmer, and imagining better and better things. So it's an organic unfolding of my own metaphysical ethic, like in the 12-step program where they say, as I understand spirit currently, and it's going to change as you change along the way. Now we live in a culture where the advanced technology has an ethic that we don't have faith in anymore. All our original beliefs came from myth and religion. And that doesn't fly in the same way because that worldview is hard to justify in light of science, and yet science itself is co-opted in a certain way, especially with the threat of AI right now. We don't understand how that might impact the way we act with each other and what kind of societal ethic we make. So I'm constantly asking the question, what is the purpose of my life? What is the sake for the actions which I perform? What's the sake of the actions I perform? And that brings me back to the theme that I was working on before I left, and I'm still going to be working on it for this next week or two. And that's kinds of power. A lot of people feel disempowered, they don't have any power, and their ideas of love and power seem to be completely separate and based on old romantic notions from the 1800s. But when you give careful consideration to something and you sustain a deep interest in it, isn't that giving love to it? So I always say that that's yoga is what I'm trying to pitch to everybody because how broad it is and how many different interpretations you can have of it. But it teaches you a certain kind of control first, which initially is a restrictive kind. Control us against the roll. You don't let things just happen. You take certain measures that are preventative so that certain things won't happen. Like when we talk about yamas and niyamas, right? Things that you abstain from and things that sustain you. And so here's an old teaching from Ram Dass. Thank you very much for this. The difference between love and power, Mars and Venus, and they're not really at war with each other, although many people think they are. Initially, people try to bring out big guns, show how strong they are, show they're powerful, and get shot down by other people who have bigger guns. So they decide at that point, I'm not playing that game. I'm only going to be soft, easy. Even if I'm a doormat for other people, I'm not going to work with the power. I don't like it. Other people, they're wounded in love. They try to open up. They try to find that softness, that wonder spot, and all of a sudden they get taken advantage of. They look for love in the wrong places. Their ignorance boils back to them, and then they close their heart and they say, no one's ever going to get to me again. I'm just going to be hard ass, and that's it. And they opt for power. So you have two people polarized: people who can't develop their power, they go for the love; people who got jilted in love, and they go for the power. So how do you have love and power working with each other? Very simple. Each one of us will find ourselves in situations where we are the one in control. We are the one who has the power. We are the one who can lead. We are the one who can dictate. When you find yourself in a position where you can show how powerful you are, use your power to show how loving you are. Then you'll also find yourself in positions where you can be the loving one. You can be the easy one. You can be no flow. You can forgive. You can let it go. You can be soft. You can be open. When you find yourself in positions where you can be loving, use your love to show how powerful you are. That way you can have love in service of power and power in service of love. Nice to be back. Thanks for listening. Our next Good Vibrations class will be on the 20th of March from 11 to 1, called The Intensification of Intelligence. How does yoga help you do that? I hope you find out. Meanwhile, tune in, subscribe, let me hear from you, let me know how I'm doing, and it's good to be back.